Wednesday morning. It's Spittin' with Spitter, man. People might still be sleeping. People
It's
might
all
still
right.
be sleeping. It's a bonus show,
Oh, we
bonus
up.
time. Before we get the show started, I want to shout out my sponsors real quick. I want to shout out Lehigh Vapor. They're located at 822 Nazareth Pike. Go there for all your vaping needs, everything from juices, the hardware to disposables. They have everything you can want. Again, that's Lehigh Vapor, 822 Nazareth Pike. For all your pest control needs, if you're on Facebook, go to Wall Pest Control Services. There's a gentleman, his name Chuck Rockmore. Shout out to Chuck. Contact him, tell him PJ sent you. And now for my guest. I've known my brother here for 15 years. He has supported everything I've done. And he's as stand up as they come. So this morning's show, like everybody knows, my life revolves around addiction and recovery. And Tristan had lost his brother to the disease of addiction, and I wanted to have him on to speak on how it affects the family dynamic and what he went through, and tell his brother's story a little bit. Tristan, my brother, how you doing this morning, man?
I feel blessed and thankful to be here today, my friend. My friend. I'm happy. Life is good, man.
Good morning, my
Thanks.
brother Alan. Good morning. So we'll get right into it, man. Like I remember vividly, it was most people don't have the heart and don't have the wherewithal to post the post that you made when your brother passed. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. Excuse me. Still choking on my cinnamon toast crunch. um. So the post that was made was titled like "An Addict's Last Ride."
Right.
You know. And there was a picture of him in a body bag being carried away by the coroner's office from our apartment building. Our family owned an apartment building and a house and a commercial garage, and he was with some friends in one of the apartments or wherever. I got the call, from my mom. I was driving. I was actually going to meet Nate Whips. We were going to, he's like, oh, you want to ride with me down to Philly? We'll go get a car. And I'm like, sure, let's go. I got nothing to do today. Let's ride. I got the call. My mom was like, yo, Tyler's dead. Come to the apartment. Say no more. Hung
Mm.
up, beelined it to the apartment. Got there, and it was instant. Like it was almost instant acceptance. Like, all right, what do I got to do now?
Right.
All right, mom. Where's mom? You know what I mean? Take care of mom. My aunt was there. My sister. Some family friends. And the part that touched me the most about who was there, it was all the members of my mom's AA family.
Right.
They came through heavy, bro. You know what I
Right.
mean? They brought food. They was there. So I'm doing what we gotta do, talking to the coroner, the sheriffs, or whatever, and then I see him taking out, and I was like, yo, this is gonna be the last pic I ever take of my brother, yo. So I took a pic and I just put it on Facebook, and I was like, yo, guys, like, this is the last ride. I don't remember what the lengthy post was. I
Right.
don't, but it was like, yo, like, put the stuff down, or this is gonna be your final ride. This is it. And then that post got like the attention of news all over the country. I was on radio shows in New York, New Jersey City, Philadelphia. News came and met me at the office. We did an interview for Fox News. I had people from around the world. Some lady in Germany said she saw it and thanked me for posting it. I had messages from friends saying, "Yo, after I seen your post, I've been clean now for 2 years. I put down the drugs, I put down the drinking." And at that point, your boy was still messing around. You know what I mean? I wasn't straight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Right.
wasn't good yet. You know what I mean? I was still doing what I was doing and being wild and reckless. So I told him I went with my mom to a meeting the next morning, and then I stood up and said, "Hey, my name's Tristan. Blah 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 blah." Kind of said what happened, and then they were like, "Yo, just keep coming back." And I was like, all right, I'll be here tomorrow, right? And then it was like, I didn't have a drink that day. And the next day came around, and my mom was like, you going to meet with me today? I was like, yeah, I'm going. I'm going. I didn't have a drink that day either.
Right.
And then she was like, you coming back tomorrow? I was like, yeah, Mom, I'm going to go with you every day. You want me to go with you? And she's like, well, can you do 90 days and 90 meetings in 90 days with me? I was like, what? All right, let's go. And I did. I did my 90 meetings in 90 days. I ain't drink the whole time. I didn't do no other drugs or nothing like that. And then ever since then, I've been alcohol free. Um, and I don't miss it. You know what I mean? I told him, I looked my mom in the face after seeing all the heartache and heartbreak and pain she went through. I looked her in the face and said, Mom, you ain't gonna have to worry about that with me. You know what I mean? You're not. I'm gonna change my life to make sure that you don't ever have to worry about this happening because of me. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how that conversation went, and that's the conversation that changed my life to make me be who I am now. You know, it's 5 years later. Yeah, coming up in 5 years. I'm in a much better place in life, mentally, physically, financially, business wise, um, spiritually. Everything about my life has been better. You
Right.
know, and I just credit it to having a clear mind. You know,
Absolutely. Real
but
fast. Shout outs to you chatting with Stacks. Clean is the only way to be 100. Shout out to TJ Stacks. Hit me up in a little bit, in like an hour or so. Let's chop it up. And yeah, every time I see you, right? Every time we would get together, you would always
we
dap me
breaking
up
up.
and say, "Can you hear me?" You would
Yeah,
always
yeah, I can hear you.
dap me up and say how proud of you, how proud of me you were. And it's little stuff like that that means the world to me. How long did you know about your brother's active use?
Um, since he was like 15, 16 in high school.
Right.
Now, let me give you a backstory about my brother. Yeah.
Okay.
My little brother Tyler, he was 6 foot, maybe 6'1", 185, 190 pounds, prime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was like a star football player his whole life. His star basketball player. Anything that dude did, he was the best at. And
Right.
I swear, like he was like a Hallmark story, man. He started hanging around with some kids in school, started smoking weed, skipping class, got kicked off the basketball team, didn't want to play football no more, didn't want to do the sports, dropped out of school in the 11th grade or whatever. And then just kind of went downhill from there, you know. He started working with my pops, and my pops just kind of carried him through life. Like my little brother felt like a lost puppy, you know what I mean? I thought he acted like a lost puppy when my dad wasn't around.
Right.
And my dad ended up passing away um 4 years before my brother did. And I feel like those 4 years, it went, you know, downhill really fast.
Right.
Um, I know he felt lonely. He didn't felt lost in life. Here you are, 20, 25, 25 years old, not knowing what direction to do in life. You always worked with dad. You know what I mean? Never really had a job. So my dad had a roofing company, you know, and then he got into managing properties and flipping properties, and we had like a bunch of properties all over from the Poconos and Allentown area, and uh, he was just kind of my dad's right hand man for a while.
Right.
So when my dad passed away, he just kind of felt lost, and I know he felt hopeless in life because like he caught a little charge, you know what I mean, and then they took his license, so then he couldn't drive.
Mm-hmm.
And he couldn't get a job. He couldn't drive. He didn't have a way to work. He couldn't pay his fines. The cops kept harassing. And it just kept, that vicious cycle that too many people get stuck into. Too many
Yeah.
people get stuck in that cycle. And
Absolutely.
all it was, it was like a little $10 bag of dope. You know what I mean? He got pulled over, got a ticket, and had a $10 bag of dope on him. And then they took his license and gave him fines and courts and probation and like whatever. What didn't really help him.
Right.
But it's kind of what happened there. Felt depressed, lonely, and it hit me hard when he died because I felt like I should have been a bigger help, I guess. You know what I mean? I should have been able to see things clearer or understand exactly what was going on and see the depression. I didn't really know about all this stuff till kind of after the fact.
Right.
Because when I was 17, I mean he was like 8 and 9, I left. I joined the Marines and I was gone for like 4 years there and then 3 or 4 years in New Jersey and back and forth and then I moved to California for 4 years. So I wasn't really around as a
Right.
big brother for a long time. I was out doing my own thing and and living my own life. But a lot of that stuff didn't really hit me till after he passed away. You know what I mean?
Let me be the first to tell you, like, listen, I could tell you like this, and hold on, my mom is here, right? Ma, I love you. Good morning.
Hey, thanks for doing a good job, Mom.
And I could tell you like this, like, you couldn't stop me from getting high. You couldn't help me until I wanted to help myself. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there wouldn't have been no. My big brother just said good morning to me on here, and I tried to hide that shit from him. Man, I tried to hide it from my wife and everybody else in my life. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you until like, and I hate the cliche of like your rock bottom has to hit you, but like it really does. And like, we're in an era where sometimes the rock bottom is death. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is crazy out here right
It
now.
is. It
I
ain't
mean,
getting any better.
no, it's really not. It's really not. So like, how how are you doing today with it? With the grieving, the loss. You say you're about to celebrate 5, so you're doing all right. I know it's really sunny and
January
warm
10th.
where you're at.
What's that?
I said I know it's really sunny and warm where you're at.
It's sunny and warm. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be coming up on 5 January 10th. Like I said, I don't claim to be sober, but I just don't drink. You know what I mean?
That's
After
it.
having three DUIs and tens of thousands of dollars in fines and lost job opportunities and I've lost the respect of a lot of people that I respected because of who I was. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I felt that hit me. You know, like I applied for a job one time. I'm gonna tell them, the Wave nightclub in Allentown, the
Mm-hmm.
rooftop,
Mm-hmm.
on top of the restaurant. Well, they opened this
Yeah.
new nightclub, and I was like, yo, I knew the owner. Like I was in his house. We did a video shoot there or a photo shoot, and I was like, yo, let me get a job at this new nightclub. That's my thing. I do nightclubs. That's what I am. And he was like, I can't have you. What up, Cat?
Hey, Cat,
I
do you got time, Cat? But go ahead. You're at Wave nightclub.
so I applied for a job, and the owner was like, I can't hire you. And he basically told me it's just because of your appearance online. He's
Mm.
like, you involved in too much stuff. You surround yourself around people that I can't be with.
I'm not gonna put it back up, but we're involved in the same thing.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and he was like, you use too many 4-letter words on Facebook. He was like, no, and I was like, damn, that really checked me. You know what I mean? I was like, man, I ain't never been denied a job. I'm good. You know what I mean? And it made me look at myself. I lost the respect of a lot of people that I respected, and it took me 5 years. I'm starting to gain a lot of that back. Reconnecting these relationships, rekindling these relationships, and moving up. But as far as the grieving process goes, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about my little brother
Right.
because he should be here with me. You know what I
For
mean? When
sure.
I'm starting a new business and I'm flying to Texas to meet up with business partners and, flying to Vegas, looking at real estate, or I'm going over here doing something with whoever, and I'm moving down to Florida. He should be here. He should be running the business. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. So it hurts. It hurts now not
Yeah.
having him, but that's selfish. You know what I mean? I do understand that he's now at peace.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have got it right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we tried the rehab thing. We tried sending them down to Florida. We tried sending them to Poconos. We
Yeah.
like it was rough. It was rough. Like the one day, like I had to get over here. You know what I mean? So, yo, you got two options. You can deal with me and the police, or you going to rehab.
Right.
And we dropped him off at the hospital and did the rehab thing, and then like 10 days later, he was home and using again. And it was like,
It it
hey,
it's tough. Like how you just said, you know, the respect piece, the people that you thought respected you no longer respected you because of I remember like I had gotten into the trouble in '04, and I went to go play ball again. They said I was no longer allowed in my hometown gym. I said, what? I got and if I'm being 100% honest and transparent, I have family members to this day that want nothing to do with me because of the damage that I had caused in my active addiction. So I can relate. My mom just chimed in and said, you have to hit rock bottom to pick yourself back up. And my son is right. No one can help you. You have to want it yourself. And congratulations coming up on 5.
thank you.
And you just got to take it one day at a time. Grieving has no timeline, as TJ tells me all the time.
Yeah,
It doesn't, man. Like, it's
just like
crazy.
the
Like,
recovery, one day
yeah,
at a time. That's it.
that's it. And like for me, like it's wild how grieving works. It like because I lost my sister to this disease, and it hits you in waves. Like I'll be like, fine. Next thing you know, something come on my playlist, and I'm like, damn, damn,
Yep.
you know, and it
I
take
dig
you
it.
back, and it take you back. Tris, I want to thank you, man, because it's not easy. It's not easy to open up, especially when there's a platform and an audience involved to come on and talk about what we're talking about.
Hey,
You know, what what would you have to say to somebody that's out there, right, that has a family member struggling? Is there any advice you would give them?
yes. Uh, no matter what the addiction is not the problem. You know what I mean? Everybody,
Mm-hmm.
oh, we got to cure him of addiction. We got to get him treatment for his addiction.
All right.
Yeah, look, addiction is scientific.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're not going to change addiction.
That's a symptom. It's
You're
just a
not.
symptom.
You got to change what's causing this person to like. I realized that with my addiction with alcohol, it was always I'm a lonely person.
Right.
I do not like being by myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? I get lonely and bored and rammy and jittery. I'll go to the park now. I'll go to a kava shop or a coffee shop. I'll go to a music cafe where you just spin music, um, whatever. I used to go to bars because that's where all my friends would go.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
now I can go to the bar and not drink.
Right.
But before that, it was like, well, that's all we did was ride around on our motorcycles and go from bar to bar to bar to bar every freaking night.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's just what we did. Um, because I didn't want to be at home and be lonely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now I
Mm-hmm.
realize I can do those things and not consume one of the beverages that they serve there. Everybody's, oh, you don't drink? I'm like, no, I drink a lot. I drink a lot of water, coffee, iced tea, ginger ale. I drink a lot. The only thing I don't drink is alcohol.
Right.
I mean, and that shocks people. Like, it's really not that. Like, some people don't drink coffee because they don't like the taste. Okay, do you look at that person weird?
Right.
Why
How
you
many
look at
times
people?
we was at a show and I would go up and get like a pitcher of water and some cups, and people be like, "Why are you drinking water?"
Like, because it's good for you. It's
Yeah, I'm trying to stay hydrated. I'm about to rap in a minute. What you mean?
about to go put on a show. I ain't
Well,
trying to be
yeah,
drunk. But yeah, a big advice is to just try to figure out what is causing the issue. Is it depression? Is it a heartbreak? Is it a divorce? Is it financial situation? You know what I mean? Is it just stress of life? Like, there's these things out there that cause people to reach for
yeah.
something else. It's not the addiction, you know.
I mean, I try to tell it like this, like me using drugs was just a symptom of me trying to fill the void in my life. Whatever the void was, I
Yeah.
may have created it myself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it was a symptom.
I dig it. Definitely. Reach out to your family members. Make sure they're all right. You know what I mean? Maintain
Yeah, man.
communication. I feel like in this time in 2021, we don't have this personal connection that we do. Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. We don't have the personal connection that we used to have with our friends and family members.
Right.
It's like I called my mom the other day and she's like, "Is everything okay? Why are you calling?" I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to hear your voice. Can I not say hi every now and then?" Like,
Yeah.
it's odd that you talk to people.
Right.
It's too much texting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody texts all the
You gotta
day.
check
Hey,
on
what's
your
up? How you
friends,
doing?
man.
You know, I drive by my friend's house. I just stop,
Right.
pull over. Yo, you home? He's like, yeah. Everything all right? Yeah, just literally, I was in the neighborhood. So I stopped by and say hi. Are we not allowed to do that no more? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
for
Check on your
real.
family members. Get back to face relationships with your friends and family. You know what I mean?
More
You'll
of a
learn a lot
personal,
about them.
yeah.
Yeah,
More on a personal
you
level.
learn a lot about them now.
We're so worried about likes and I'll like their post so they know I'm around. You know what I mean? Or like
Yeah.
I'll send them a text
Nah,
message or you know what I mean?
pick
Check
up
on
that
your
phone.
strong friends too. All your friends that are strong need to be checked on
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
You know, Tris, my brother.
Those are the
Many
strongest
people
there.
don't know this, man.
They do the
Me
most
and
work.
Tris, we're involved in the same things. We're in the same what's the word I'm looking here? Brotherhood, if you would. And it's all
Yep.
love, bro. As always,
Always.
it's all love, man. I appreciate the fact that you take time out of your morning, come on
Hey, anytime.
and share about your brother. I like for these little segments, I like to keep it on addiction and recovery. You know, me and you we have wild stories. We could chop it up. That's for a different time and a different place, my guy. I'm glad
Yeah,
that you were.
when
I'm
I
glad
was
that you
saying
were able to.
when you and the lady want to come down on vacation.
Jackie,
Flights are cheap. Yeah, come on
Jackie,
down.
if you are watching, honey, Tristen just gave us the invite to go to sunny Florida. I hear it's warm. I could always
Yeah.
use a tan, and I love the water.
Hey, hold on.
Oh, you gonna
It's
show us?
nice
You
out
gonna?
here,
I'm with it.
Yeah, it's bright out here, boy.
Good morning, Ted.
Yeah,
Oh,
man,
it's
it's nice out here.
beautiful. Oh
All right,
yeah, I'm with it.
but the weather is always good here, bro. I live 10 minutes from the beach. 10-15 minute drive to the state park beach, man. It's nice. Still rocking my little hoopy back there.
I see it. Is that the Volkswagen?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I bought that thing for $500 like 5 years ago.
And it's still kicking.
It's still kicking. I got an Expedition too, but I hate driving that big ass thing around.
Wow.
Well,
My
my
brother,
girlfriend has that at work right now.
thank
But
you so much for coming on, man. I
for sure,
appreciate you to the
anytime, man.
utmost, as always. And for those that are checking it out, I got another guy coming on tonight. Amazing hip hop artist, Prime Prolific, will be on at 8 o'clock.
Woo!
Shout outs to my
I'll
guy,
check that one
Prime.
out.
Tristan, thank you again so much. Prayers and condolences to your family. Tell your mom I said hello. I love her and congratulations on the upcoming 5 years. Keep fighting that good fight, my brother.
Will do, my friend.
Hold on. Before we go, is there anything you want to ask me? I almost forgot. I guess that's a no. I guess that is a no. Thank you for tuning in, man. The Spittin' with Spitter is TJ Spitter. Catch the show tonight, 8 p.m. Prime Prolific. Shout outs to the sponsors. Oh, there you go. I asked you one last question.
Yeah, I went to answer and it just went black. But just asking how you were doing, how the family's doing, any new big news coming up, any new moves you're making or anything like that.
Everybody wants the when's the new album dropping news. Mind your business, Tristan. Nah, but everybody's good, man. Everybody is all well here. You know, Jackie's good. The kids are good. Obviously, the dog is good. He's asleep next to me, snoring like a log. You know, I don't have any complaints as long as I stay out of my own way. I'm good. You know.
I hear you. I hear that.
My brother, until next time, I'm gonna be in touch, man. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, man.
Most definitely. Catch me tonight, 8 p.m. Spittin' with Spitter with Prime Prolific. Peace, my guy.